Number 26, Velarde, you're cleared into the track. Smoke on.
What I loved about watching Juan fly earlier today and all of yesterday was the start, you know, this setup I've been talking about. It just looked like he had all the time in the world. The angles and turns he was flying between gate 1 and gate 2 were superb, and it was working really well. Look at that, a very early turn. I love that. He gives himself time to get to gate 2, and then it means a nice relaxed chicane, quite low there but safe, and I think that's what makes all the difference. And look at that, it's made a difference already to the time. He's gone for what I think is the optimum line, a sort of half left as he finishes this first length of the track.
Green light at the first split time interval, but look at the ghost plane of Francois Lebotte. Now it's ahead of Velarde, so he'll need a good, effective and efficient VTM number 2. And look how oblique he tries to go. It's a shorter distance, but does it take the energy of the plane down a little lower? I see the ghost plane still ahead of Velarde.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is the wind, Nick. I think the wind is blowing from left to right down the track, which means Francois benefited. He flew beautifully, by the way, I'm not taking that away from him, but he benefited from not having the headwind. This direction Juan is going in now, he's got a headwind. I think that's making a difference.
Well, in the first of his 2 performances, he'll take third with a smile.
57.523 seconds, no penalties. Current position 3rd.
And if anybody's at home saying, well, hang on a minute, Paul, you've got a headwind, surely when you're going the other way, you've got a tailwind. But the fact of the matter is, you're in the headwind for longer. So that's what makes the difference. That's why tracks slow down a little bit when the wind gets up. It's rare that when we have a windy day that the track flies faster. Sometimes it does if there's a couple of VTMs with a tailwind. Sometimes you see the track fly faster. But generally, as a rule, the more the wind, the slower the track flies.
Well, let's not forget that Velarde was second in qualifying in our last round of the tour in Lake Balaton, Hungary. So he's literally hoping to pick it up where he left off in July. Finished the race in 5th position, but it was by far his biggest points haul of the season to date. Here's Velarde with his 2nd pass. Just needs the call from our race director before entering the track.
Number 26, Velarde, you're cleared into the track. Smoke on.
And actually, Nick, let's just put this in perspective. You know, there's us saying Juan's off the pace in Q1. He's only 0.4 of a second. You know, he's in 3rd place. That's pretty good going for Q1. If that was his banker, we should be in for an exciting run this time round.
Just like you're calling for, Paul. Very smooth, good timing. Almost looks like he's ahead of the plane. But as we see so often in the Red Bull Air Race, look at that, a completely different racing line in the first of the 3 VTMs from the Spanish pilot.
So let's see what happens here. Let's see if he drags behind the ghost plane, and that will be the telltale that the wind is making a difference. Yes, look at that, it's happened again. And how he's going for some aggressive tactics here. Very flat to the right. He's got to be careful of the track limit line there.
He's ahead of the ghost plane. This is looking good for Velarde. Again, very smooth and on point through chicane. It's all down to this 3rd and final VTM for Juan Velarde. Again, he's aggressive, gambling with those safety and racing lines. But the Spaniard has done enough. Spain take the lead. Juan Velarde, top of the table.
Number 26, Velarde, 56.760 seconds. No penalties. Currently holds you in 1st place.
Well, I can tell you something.